Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another version of yoga post hip replacement. So I am at week 5 of my revision. I had my original replacement in February and then a revision in April. So I still have the same precautions that I had from my posterior hip replacement, which is no bending 90 degrees past the 90 degrees mark. So I have to keep my upright body. I'm not able to cross my legs, and the other precaution is no internal rotation of my toes. So I felt like I'm tired of sitting in a chair for my yoga practice, and I enjoy doing a stand-up yoga practice, but I really am looking for a stretch for my hamstrings. And since I can't do that touching of the toes or even a good forward bend right now, I decided to get myself on the floor. It was a little bit crazy to watch, but I was able to get on the floor, and we're gonna have a practice just hanging out on the floor. So I have a strap. You could also use a belt that goes around your waist if you don't have a yoga strap. And then I have 2 blocks. If you don't have 2 yoga blocks, you could use some thick books for that. So we are gonna do some twisting, and because I can't have that internal rotation of my left hip, the one that has had the surgeries, I'm gonna be placing that block between my knees as if it were a pillow that you might be using post-hip to sleep. I'm still using that big wedge that they give you at the hospital because that just works for me, and that's what my surgeon would like me to have. So we're gonna start this super short practice, and if you've not had a hip replacement, you can still do this practice and still get a great stretch out of it, and that's a beautiful thing. So we're gonna start on our backs. I'm gonna go ahead and lower myself down, and let's have a good practice. All right, so I'm gonna keep my knees bent just because that helps support my low back. Oh, feels so good to be here on a yoga mat. Take your right hand, place it on your belly, your left hand on your heart, and then close your eyes just for a minute and just kind of take a second or two to tune inward. And so as we do this process of what does it mean to tune inward, just notice the sounds that are outside the space that you're currently in, and try to find sounds that are even outside your home or your apartment or wherever you are at. Maybe you have traffic. For me, I hear a dog barking that lives a couple houses away. You might hear the sound of lawnmowers and just people living. And then take your awareness into the building that you are currently in. And you might hear the sounds of appliances running or the distant humming of the furnace. Here in Colorado, it's quite cold today. You might hear the television of somebody who might be watching television. And then bring your awareness into yourself. Just be aware of your thoughts. We all have them. Just listen to the sound of that chitter chatter that goes on in our brain. But what's next? Don't forget. And then using your left hand, connect your awareness now to the rhythm of your heart beating. You might have a tactile sensation of your left palm, feeling the rhythm of your heart. Maybe you can almost even hear it if you listen. And then the final awareness, I want you to listen to the inner whisperings of your spirit. And a question that I asked in a yoga class I taught this week was this: what is true in this moment? And it is absolutely real and valid to say what is true in this moment is discomfort, worry, pain, uncertainty. What is true in this moment? And then to follow up that question, what do I need? What do I need? what is true in this moment for me is discomfort. And what I need is to feel a sensation in my body that is the opposite of discomfort, which is why you're here, because this is what I need. Grab your yoga block or book. I'm going to be placing it horizontal on my mat, so it's going to be this shape, direction, but underneath me. So I'm going to push into my heels. This fires up the glute, which we want to do post hip replacement. So I'm going to lift up my hips into a bridge, and then I'm going to immediately set my hips onto that block or that book. Okay, so this is a supported bridge. We have this beautiful opening through the front of the body. Tee out your arms. Feel that stretch along your chest. Oh, take a big breath. And then push your sacrum against the book or the block. Take a big breath, let your belly rise. On your exhale, push your sacrum, your low back, that triangular bone, against the block or the book. One more, just like that, just feeling the rhythm of breath, feeling the opening of the front of the body, and then that grounded sensation of the back of the body. Sweep your arms down to hold on to the books or the block. Take one leg and extend it to the sky. Now go ahead and take your other leg and extend it to the sky. My legs have not been upright like this since my first surgery. This is an amazing posture to calm the nervous system. So what is true in this moment is discomfort, and what I need is to counter that. So this particular posture, it's commonly known as legs up the wall, which you could do up against a wall rather than supporting yourself on the block, but it drains all of the blood that has been on the feet down the body, right, down the legs. It's a beautiful, beautiful practice. Go ahead and slowly bend the knees, lower the feet to the mat, lift up the hips and slide the block away from you. I have beautiful rays of sunshine hitting my face. I love it. All right, take your belt or your strap, hook it around one of your legs. I'm going to start with my non-operated leg, and I'm going to keep my left leg bent. So from here, I'm going to bring my toes towards the top of my head, and I'm going to press into the heel. Now, I have been using a lot of my right leg because of the surgery, and so it's very, very tight, and I'm not able to get a fully straight extended leg at this angle, so I'm going to lower it slightly, and there I can get that straight leg. So that feels really, really nice. I got Leo the cat coming to hang out with me. I'm going to have the strap, one tail in each hand, and I'm going to start to widen my elbows and straighten that leg. So now I'm going to lower it just a little bit, get some space. Notice my foot is fully flexed. And then on the exhale, I open my elbows and straighten my leg. Inhale to soften and lower just a little bit. And then here we go, elbows go wide. So you should be feeling a beautiful stretch in the hamstring of the leg that's hooked to the strap. Should feel really, really nice. We got one more just like that. So this is sometimes referred to as a flossing motion. We're just taking the body and moving it gently to kind of lubricate that joint. One more. Perfect. Now I'm going to straighten my left leg and then continue to hold on to the strap with right hand. So my right leg's in the strap, my right hand is in the strap. I'm going to take my left arm out to the side. I'm not going to be able to do this with the left side. So if your right leg is your operated leg, you will not do this. You will keep your leg straight. If it is your non-operated leg, go ahead and open the right leg. Open. So you should feel a huge stretch through the inner thigh. Now, if you've been using a cane or a crutch or a walker, your body's going to get tight and it's going to compensate. So coming into this feels so good. If you've not had a hip replacement, you will be able to do both sides.
Here we go. Take a breath, bring it back up. Oh, feels so good. We're gonna do that one more time. Big breath here. On your exhale, open that leg, feel it. Oh, push through the heel, keep that beautiful flexion. On your inhale, bring it back up. This time I'm gonna switch the strap into my left hand. It's choked up a little bit higher towards my right foot, and I'm just gonna bring it across my body, no wider than my body. So I'm not gonna fling it all the way down. I'm not coming into a full twist. I'm just getting a nice stretch through the outer right glute muscle and hamstring. Notice the foot still flexed. So feels good too. Take a breath. Push through your heel, exhale. Inhale, bring your right leg back up. And then we're gonna switch. So again, I have not done much with my left leg, especially post-revision. I've been very, very cautioned to just be walking. I know that I'm able to do this stretch, so I'm listening to my doctor's orders, but I'm also listening to what my body needs. So this might be a little bit hard to get the strap over the foot, so we'll see what we can do. If I can't do it, I can't do it. So I'm gonna reach for the strap, got it. So you have to be a little creative. All right, so now I've got the left leg in the air. This is my operated leg. I have not been able to get a good hamstring stretch since surgery, so this feels nice. I'm gonna open my elbows wide, and push through the heel. Now I'm not gonna be bringing that leg any closer to my head because I don't wanna lose that 90-degree precaution. I'm gonna lower it slightly, feels good in the back, and then open the elbows and lengthen. I'm gonna do that about 3 times. So here I'm not doing any of the don'ts in the precaution world. I'm just getting a nice stretch through the hamstring, getting a little bit of circulation going in that joint, a little bit of movement, getting that soft tissue to wake up a little bit. Perfect. Now I'm going to bring the strap into my left hand. If I did not have hip replacement, if you're practicing with me and you've not had hip replacement, your left leg can swing outward. Mine cannot, so I'm gonna stay here and just breathe and feel the sensation. Okay, so again, if you're able to open and you know that based on your body, your precautions, your experience, you can begin to float the left leg down. If you're post-op like me, you're gonna keep it just where it's at, up to the sky. Now I'm gonna bring my right hand onto the strap, and I'm just gonna give a slight tug. I'm not gonna sweep it to the right. There's no external, internal yet. We're gonna get there. So if you're following along with me as I'm reclaiming my body back to where it needs to be, I'm taking it very, very slow, and we'll get there. We'll get there. This is a process. One more breath, and then bend the knee and just let that strap come out of the leg. You can pull it like dental floss. And then I'm just gonna set the strap aside. I'm gonna use it just for a moment and a little bit for the upper body. I'm gonna take the block or the book between the legs, tee out the arms, bring the knees up. Now, I'm gonna start to twist. If it feels uncomfortable on the incision, I'm not staying there. So I'd love to take my legs all the way over to the left, but that's not gonna happen. So I'm getting a twist here, but I'm starting to feel some pressure on the incision. I don't wanna get angry. So I'm gonna bring the knees back to center, and then I'm gonna drop them over to the right. To get a spinal twist. Feel that? So you have a rotation here. We're just gonna do it in a fluid motion. Inhale back to center. Exhale, go as far as you can. Inhale back to center. Exhale as far as it's comfortable and within your precautions. Inhale back to center. One more time each side. Exhale left, feels good. Inhale to center. Exhale. Come on back. And then lower it. Now we're gonna fire up the glutes just a little bit. Okay, so we want to reignite some of the muscles back there that have been put through a little bit of chaos. So take your eyes up to the ceiling. It's best if you don't turn your head in this. And so if you Want to stop for a second and watch what we're going to do and then jump back in, feel free to do that. So we're going to have the book of the block between the knees. The heels are going to be close to your cheeks, not touching, but close. And then we're going to inhale, lift up the hips into a bridge, and then exhale down. So it's just called a rolling bridge. That's all we're doing. Inhaling up, squeeze the buns, activate, and then exhale lower. We're going to do 3 more. This is really, really good to get the glutes to wake up. If you did any pre-therapy before your surgery, this was probably prescribed. If you're in your post-op plan, this is definitely prescribed. Let's do 1 more together. We want to wake up those muscles and then lower it. Now I'm going to remove the block and set it aside. I'm going to grab the strap again, and I'm going to bring the arms above the head, and my strap is as wide as my shoulders. So I'm not out to here. I have my hands directly above my shoulders. Knees are going to be bent, and then I'm going to inhale over my head. Get a big good morning stretch. It's okay for the ribs to flare and pop up. And then exhale, return the strap to center. Inhale to extend, reach, reach, and reach. Exhale, back to start. Do 3 more like that. Inhale to reach. We find that length, a little bit of a micro back bend. Exhale, pull the ribs towards your pelvis. Inhale, open up the front of the body. Exhale, squeeze and return. You should be getting a little bit of abdominal work here. It should feel just a slight warmth. We're not looking for heavy crunch action or anything. It just feels nice. Let's do 1 more. Open up the body. Return. Beautiful. Now go ahead and slide the strap wider. So now your arms are like a Y shape. So you can see that. And then I'm going to open up, inhale, reach back. The arms are wider. And then return. So I'm getting a nice stretch through the biceps, through the front of the shoulder. And just follow your breath here about 3 times. Should feel nice, nice and slow. Just use your breath. Beautiful. 1 more. Extend and reach. And then return. Go ahead and just lay the strap across your belly or next to you. Reach the arms up to the sky and then make an X at the elbow crease. Once you've made the X, opposite hand to opposite shoulder, elbows reach up towards the sky. So grabbing a hold of your shoulders, squeeze like you're giving yourself a giant hug, and then inhale, up we go, arms uncross. Exhale, we open to a T. So we're going to make a beautiful flow here. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, make the X. Grab your shoulders, squeeze, empty the breath. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, open to a T. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale to the sky, go slow. Exhale, cross and squeeze. Inhale to the sky. Make it graceful. Exhale, open. Inhale to the sky, last one. Exhale, open. Squeeze. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, open. Now what's so beautiful is, take your hands down to your body. What's so beautiful is, I hope that as you follow along with that flow, and you're following the rhythm of your breath, what is true in this moment is just you and your body, you and your breath. There's not any longer the thought of discomfort, the thought of fear and worry and the things that happen when we're going through hard things. So we're going to do that flow 2 more times. And just notice as when we came into the practice and I asked you to tune into your body, we identified sounds outside the space, in the body, in the mind, in the heart. And now there's this connection that you've made because we found the rhythm of our breath, and those thoughts for me and hopefully for you have dissipated down into a place where now there's a little bit of clarity. So we're going to do that sequence again. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, make an X, grab your shoulders, squeeze. inhale to the sky. Open your arms and exhale, make a letter T. Beautiful. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, make an X, grab your shoulders, squeeze, empty the breath here. One more time, inhale to the sky. Exhale, open. Inhale to the sky. And exhale, we cross and stay, okay? Give yourself a squeeze. I read somewhere many, many years ago that in order to be healthy and vibrant, we need 10 hugs a day. Sometimes we don't have 10 people to hug, so it's okay to hug yourself. Absolutely okay. Unwind the arms. Return a right hand to the belly, a left hand to your heart. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Empty the breath. What is true in this moment? And what do you need? Take a breath to be thankful for your body and its perfection today, including the limitation, including the discomfort. In this moment, truth is valid. And when you're ready and comfortable, you will come on out. And that's great practice, right? We did a whole upper body, lower body. Felt great. Leo the cat's in the sun. All is well. Okay, so just notice how the shift. If maybe you arrived on your mat or your bed to practice with not such great feelings, and now there's a change. And that's what the gift of this practice can do for us, is it can take some of that stuff that we have swimming around in our heads, and we just distill it a little bit by finding stillness, by finding movement that feels good. Those feelings can go away, even if it's just for a few moments. It's always available. So have a beautiful rest of your day, and keep playing with me, keep tagging along, and we'll see where this takes us. Have a great day.